What is going on, guys? It's the MaD Dragon. It's a Monday, which of course means we need to be checking out the world rankings to see what has shifted up this week due to those games on the weekend. And then, of course, taking a look at our Superbru predictions. How well or poorly did we all get on? Did anyone get that Grand Slam bonus point in the July Internationals for getting every single game correct? Or did we all get one or two wrong? There was certainly one or two that could call you out this week. So starting out with the world rankings, because there's some stuff to talk about going on here. South Africa gained nothing over their win over Italy. New Zealand gained 0.62 after their win over France, which, boy oh boy, I know New Zealand got the win. I was favouring them real heavy compared to the France team that got named. I thought New Zealand was really going to dominate that one. I thought that France team really turned up and even caught me by surprise, but New Zealand did manage to squeak out the win. England taking 1.99, a win away from home over in Argentina, sees them lose that 1.99, so they used to swap places. Scotland got the win over the Maori All Blacks, which was, again, another one of those that I think a few people will be surprised about. I think the betting sites had the Maori All Blacks on as favourites for that one. Australia getting a win over Fiji. Oh, I'm not sure they deserve the win over Fiji. I think there was some very, very unlucky calls going Australia's way in that game. Fiji, I think, can feel a little bit hard done by that one. Australia did very well to manage to just claw that back right at the end. But man, oh man, Fiji turned up for it in that second half specifically. Italy lose nothing after losing to South Africa. Georgia lost to Ireland, of course, but lose nothing there because the gap's so big. And then probably the biggest talking point of the weekend, Japan take 0.74 away from Wales after one of the worst second halves by the tier 1 teams. I feel like that's gone. I feel like we've got to stop talking about it now as tier 1. But yeah, one of the worst second half performances ever. So they take 0.74 away, which is Japan climb up into 12th place, and Wales still plummeting. We're still heading down into 14th place. Chile leapfrog Romania after getting a plus 1.48 on their win there. And Hong Kong, China, who I think have now qualified for the Rugby World Cup 2027 on their win as well. Gain a 0.49 as they jump into 22nd. Korea drop down that 0.49. UAE climb up the 1.37 after beating Sri Lanka as well. So they're up into 40th, and Sri Lanka down into 46th. And yeah, that's all that to talk about for now. That is the world rankings. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit about this Wales game. It's not worth doing a separate video anymore. The YouTube algorithm won't like it anymore if I do it. It's too late. We're on to next week now by the YouTube, but I'll talk about it when we get around to it. Let's take a look at the Superbru predictors then. How did we all get on? We can see the bar here. There's a couple of red blocks, and the red blocks mean 2 people got every game correct. This was the only game I got wrong. Wales losing this one by 5. Japan winning this one by 5. Man, was this a frustrating game to see. For you who've been with the channel for long enough, when I get around to the channel and talk about the teams, I really try and be very, very objective. And I really think very clearly, who do I actually think is going to win? I don't try and do bias or anything. Outside of the channel, when I'm watching the game, I want to sit down and support Wales. I want to. It's very hard at the minute to get up behind the boys. And I was up at 6 a.m. watching this game. And going into this one, I saw the Japan team and thought, my God, Japan are in a really good position at this point. They're on their own little rebuild at the minute. Bringing out 8 debutants into this game, I think, was absolutely the right call. It's a bit of a B team, but you are absolutely going up against the worst tier 1 team if you're still filling that region at the minute, but you're still up against the worst team at the minute. It's absolutely worth putting out debutants, get those lads on with some very experienced players, smattered in around it, get them time on the field and try and get a really good result, and it'll help you build onwards. And Wales is the best team to do it. Did see the team sheet and thought that Japan team doesn't blow me away massively. The Wales team sheet is almost a starting team. Jack Morgan and Thomas Williams aren't there. I've seen 1,000 comments that just say, wait till the players get back from the Lions. Yeah, we've all seen that joke. It's the same joke. Every single post I see on the entire rugby internet is the same thing about it. But after being in the lead at halftime, I was right there. I was going to be taking big points away from that one. But that second half was just awful by Wales. Real accountability needs to be taken from that game. It was shocking. Sam Costello got named in the side, and I was just, raise your eyebrows. You look at that squad and think, Sam Costello just isn't up to an international standard for me. I'm just not one for this excuse anymore. Oh, he's still young. Every team seems to be finding young fly halves now that can get into this international, standard. Japan had a 12 playing his 5th ever game at fly half. He had a much better game than Sam Costello. I was surprised by that. Kieran Hardy would have come off at 25 minutes if I was coach. I'd have shepherd crooked him off and said, you are crashing and burning. Get off the field. I think he stayed on basically the entire game. Can't believe it. I think management has got to take a little bit of credit in there for not managing that game well enough. And whatever was said at halftime, whether it was just a case of they were up at halftime and so switched off and thought, we're already winning, just see it out as if you can see out a game for 40 minutes. I just thought every decision was poor, kicking was poor. Japan deserved winners of that, absolutely. And very, very glad that they had, the heart to just keep going. Don't let that scoreboard bother you. Just keep ticking away. Absolutely deserve that win. Big, big win for them, which threw my predictors off. So where did we want to be? Down here then, Elward and Sharpie coming in. Both of you guys went for Japan by 5. Bang on. And take that one by the 0.5 gets split between the two of you. Quite a few of you went for Japan, which didn't surprise me. I thought a lot of people would go for Japan, actually. But I thought this was a game Wales would turn it round and be able to do it. I was all the way, what did I have, 14? I think I said for Wales, all the way down there. And then you've got the Beast, who likes to go for the more outrageous calls on 117. Probably not going to quite get that far out. New Zealand, France, a much better game when you've just finished watching this nonsense at 6am, which to be honest, it was a pretty rubbish game by both teams, but B team Japan versus, you expect it to be a little bit lower quality. But this game, much more exciting. New Zealand versus France. Like I said, I thought New Zealand were going to hammer this one. I understand if you just saw New Zealand versus France, close-knit game expected. Saw the team sheets, and it's not the France team I was expecting for a fixture like this, and I'm sure there's probably a couple of reasons why it was like that. I really backed this New Zealand squad, and I thought that France team did immense. So I said New Zealand by 5, got it by 25, got it correct in terms of the result, but yeah, New Zealand only by 4, and it was looking a little bit shaky there for quite a good period of time as well. Where you want it to be then, down here, only one person, Johnny, gets in on New Zealand by exactly 4, getting it bang on, takes that full bonus point, all for yourself. Not as many people going for France. I can understand why some people would still go for France if you just saw the teams named, but the team sheet specifically is what made me question whether France would really be in that game, but I thought they did very, very well. South Africa versus Italy. A game I've not seen. Probably the only game of the weekend I've not seen. I couldn't watch it live. It wasn't on any of the stations I could watch on, and I haven't been able to catch it on catch-up, so don't know what went on in this game, which is a shame, because I really wanted to watch this one. South Africa eventually taking this by 18. I went for a lot. Again, saw the team sheets for Italy and wasn't quite the big boy Italy team. South Africa looked like a stack side to me. So I'm not going to lie, 24 is good. I wasn't expecting Italy to get 24. I certainly thought South Africa would get past 40. I thought maybe Italy would have 10 to 12. And I thought South Africa will get past 40. 45 gives me breathing room for them to get a little bit extra as well. But 18, still a long ways off for me. But yeah, a lot of people, not a lot of people going for Italy on that one. A lot of people actually went higher than me as well on the scoreboard. You want it to be all the way down here. 3 people splitting this one. Phil, Scottish Squid, and Rugby 15 splitting this one by a third. Each, all of you guys going for South Africa by 18. Anyone goes for Italy? Tully thought maybe Italy by 3, and the Beast again went for Italy by 4. That would have been some big points going your way had it gone that way, but not to be. I wasn't expecting Italy to take that one. Georgia versus Ireland then. Obviously Ireland missing quite a few players with the Lions Tour as well. I went a little bit lower for this one, but 34-5. Yeah, that was better than I was expecting. I went for about 15. I thought Georgia would get a bit more, actually. I thought they'd get a couple more points on that one. But Ireland eventually taking this one by 29. A few people actually went for Georgia in this one. Thought, again, maybe the Lions players missing out. Thought maybe that was an underpowered Ireland team that could get bested by a Georgia team looking for a bit of a scalp. Where you want it to be, down here, Pierre and M. Henderson coming in there. You went for 28 and 30, so you guys split it. Nobody got it exactly bang on the 29. You guys split it between you. Congratulations to you both. Chile versus Romania. This is one I thought might be pretty 50-50 and was. I had a lot of confidence in Chile for this one, but Romania were favourites going into it, what I saw. I went for Chile by 12, eventually by 24, better than I was expecting. The Beast going for the big picks. Nearly actually doing pretty well. Bristolian Bear gets in there on the Chile by 20, takes all the points, just all for yourself. It's a bit greedy, but very, very good in terms of the predictor. I only took the 1 point from there. A lot of people went for Romania. I for some reason there was something about Chile for this one. I think they can take that one. So unlucky if you went for Romania. Argentina versus England. Oh boy, this was one I was quietly confident in as well. I went for England. They were not the favourites after, of course, Argentina beating the Lions. A lot of different players in the Argentina squad this week, and England are a team that just seem to know what they're going to do against Argentina. There's something about this Argentina team. We saw it in the World Cup as well, right? They just don't seem to quite be able to handle England in the same way. And I don't know what it is. A bit of ill discipline. A few more penalties seem to come in their game, which they didn't do against the Lions. They don't do it necessarily against some of the, like the Australia, South Africa, New Zealand teams. They really try and hunker themselves down. Against England, for some reason, Argentina really break up their own game plan. And it seems to always come back to them. I thought England would take a win. Again, missing players with the Lions, so I went for a lower England. Was not expecting 23. That was certainly a good score. A lot of people went for Argentina in this one as well. Yeah, again, they were absolutely favourites going in. Where did you want to be then? Down here, Rido and Metalomaniac splitting the half bonus point. You both went for England by 12. If only one of you had gone for that 1 point more, you'd have taken it all for yourselves. That would have been the way to go. USA versus Belgium. This is one I had. I actually got a half point for this. I think it's my only half point of the round. I said USA by 23. Eventually, they took it by 19. My goodness. Oh, wow. A lot of people. Nobody got it bang on. Which I always find amazing when we have so many people taking part in these. But Mark and Yan went for the USA by 20. Etai, Tha 11, Highland Cow, Phil, Villa Farrell, and the Finn Russell Hustle. I always thought it used to be. Did I used to say Finn the Russell Hustle? I feel like maybe I've always got that wrong. The Finn Russell Hustle comes in. You guys all went for 18, so nobody got it bang on. Astonishing, but you all split the 0.25 between you. Anyone go for Belgium? Not many people. Only a few people went for Belgium on that one. Yeah, I thought USA pretty big favourites for that one. And then to finish us off, this Australia-Fiji game. Man, oh man. I had confidence in this. I said Australia by 18. They took it by 3 eventually. And man, if there wasn't a foot in touch by an Australian player 6 passes before, Fiji win that game because they had a great try disallowed, and they really came back in that second half, and that could have gone Fiji's way. Further down the board then, where you want it to be, Ben, the only person getting it bang on there with Australia by 3. A few people also thought they went for Fiji, thought maybe a bit of an upset on the cards. The Beast actually took a half point from that by going for Fiji by 1, low enough to steal the half bonus point in that one as well, which means we don't need to do the rounds. We'll jump straight to the leaderboards because it's exactly the same we're on week 1. As Brandon09 comes in there with the 8 from 8. That's where you want to be because there's a lot of big points. So 2 match points as well. But you also get 2 bonus points for getting every game called correctly. Had Japan not have been able to come back in that second half, that would have been all mine. Not to be. Exit Quiet comes in second place with basically the same, only the 1 less match bonus point. Sorry, finishing on 11 compared to the 12. Elward comes in third place, joint with Bristolian Bear on 9.5. Anya, the only person on 9 points actually in 5th place. Bonjour England, no chance of winning, and Sharby join on 6th and 7th on an 8.5. Rugby 15 comes in on 8th place on 8.33. Villa Farrell, someone who's always involved in the predictors and the fantasy as well, on 8.25 in 9th place, and Dave 61, and an honourable mention to Connor Does Rugby over there as well. Well done to Connor, another YouTuber over in the world of rugby YouTube, finishing in a joint 10th on 8 points. Myself and Big Brain, I feel privileged to be alongside someone like Big Brain, who seems to beat me in every single tournament for now, on 7.5, as long with Gobi 59 and RM 13 and Pierre and Ryder. Wow, we're all there on 7.5, and we'll have a bit of a scroll down so everyone can see their name. A few people getting the 6 correct, 5 correct, 4 correct. Must have done well on the bonus points. Yeah, M. Henderson did well on the bonus points for only getting 4 correct, still jumping above some people who got 5. And then as we scroll down, and then the Beast still got 2 correct, even with going for some of those outrageously large picks along the way as well. On to the Lions then. We got 2 games to catch up on with the Lions. The first one, man, I felt really good about this one. The British Lions going up against the Queensland Reds. This was on Wednesday. We haven't done a video on this since then. They won it eventually by 40. I said by 36, so I was pretty close on this one for me. And where you want it to be, all the way down here. And Metalomaniac takes the points there by 39. What did I say official? By 40. So yeah, just a little bit more. I remember at one point, oh yeah, there's lots of us on 36. I remember it being actually like I was looking like I was going to be able to take quite a lot of points from this game, but they just just didn't want to stop scoring, did they? So they eventually took that one away from me. And Metalomaniac, well done for taking that game as the top point scorer. And then game 4, boy oh boy, going up against the Waratahs. I went big. I thought confident against the Waratahs. That Waratahs team. Ooh, hello. There's some boys in there sticking their hand up for some international, junior stuff. Charlie Gamble. Oh man, not a name I know a lot about, to be honest. But I was like, that's a name that needs to be looked at by a lot of teams. What a fantastic operator at the breakdown, and the Lions struggled to get through that one, so we only took that one by 11. So we want to go a little bit lower down here. So where we are then, third Nerd and Elward going in there on joint 9th. You guys got the same score, so you got the 0.5 between you. Anyone go for the Waratahs out of choice? I can't imagine. So it's a bit tricky. I know a lot of the people that were involved with the Superbru all happen to be from the UK. It's my largest audience, followed by South Africa on my analytics. So I imagine a lot of people are going to have a little bit more nuance when you come to talking about the British and Irish Lions. So I wonder when that's going to shift. I'm looking forward to the Australia games to see if some of them potentially switch and people begin to go against the Lions for those games. We'll take a look then, not necessarily at the round, because the round is just each match for this one. We'll jump straight to the leaderboard as a tie out there on first place on 4.5, joint with Yippee Try Yay and Forrest and David Wakefield and Metalomaniac. Close. There's how it happens when you have that sort of 1 or 2 games a week. It's going to be hard to chip away those points on the 4.5. Rita goes up by the 2. Poxy climbs by 2 on 4. And Elward climbs 34 on the 4 points to get in that top 10. Brummies all the way drops down 6, but still staying in the top 10 on 3.5. Joined with Johnny, Big Wolf, Yai, and myself. Sliceberg, who climbed 32 places. Gobi 59 and Keyshawn, who's dropped down 9 after being, I think it was first place, right? In either the first or second week. I can't remember where you were now, Keyshawn. Down into 16th on the 3.5. We'll have a bit of a scroll down so everyone can see. Any really big movers hard to do is actually Bonjour, England, no chance of winning, climbed 11 there, which is actually quite a good jump. Villa Farrow went up 8 as well. A few people were up 8. Highland Cow down 10. Connor doing very well in the July internationals. Dropped down a little bit more for the Lions. Osprey down 32 places. Don't know if you didn't get your picks in or whatever this week. Lazy Scott's down 18. And as we get down to the bottom there, onto Tilly as well. So congratulations to all our winners, and a tie there, still number 1 there, holding out in the Lions Tour as well. Hope you all enjoyed this one today, guys. Of course, next round coming up again. Next Lions game is actually this Wednesday again, if I'm right. Game 5 is on the 9th, so it's in Wednesday against the Brumbies again. Make sure you're getting these locked in by Wednesday. Very easy to miss if you're not actually watching the games live or what have you. A lot of people are already getting their scores locked in. I haven't even had the chance to sit down and think about it again. And then obviously we also have the next round of the July international as well. Fiji Scotland could be a good game. Wales Japan. I'm back in Japan this time because I don't trust that Wales seem to turn that round in a week. New Zealand France could be another corker. We've got the Invitational. Australia, New Zealand. I don't think I've seen the team for that. If that's even out yet, it's going to be going against the Lions. South Africa versus Italy again. Portugal going up against Ireland. Uruguay versus Romania. That could be a fun game. And then Argentina versus England once again. Canada versus Belgium. And USA versus Spain. So a lot of big games going on. Thank you to everyone who is joining in with the Super. It is a lot of fun to have everyone else involved. Congratulations on being better than me for all the people that are, which is a lot of you, to be fair. I'll see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.